Hi everyone and Happy New Year. I'm not sure if this is the first video or maybe the second video that I will have done this year, but I'm now like at the beginning of 2023. I think I should have probably gone through my goals now of like continuing with what I'm doing and also picking up Japanese. But anyway, I wanted to do a video about apps that I will be using in 2023, apps that I find really useful that I've been using previously and apps that I am adding in. So I think I'm going to go over, so I've been using apps quite a lot in 2022 just because I don't often have like big chunks of time I can sit down and study, and I find that apps are really helpful when it comes to, in fact you only have like 5-10 minutes. So this year I wanted to find more apps I could use, maybe use certain ones that I've used previously and get back into them. So that is one of my plans for this year. I also want to try and do like proper sit down, like using textbooks and like writing, but I think apps are probably going to be the most helpful for me just to try and slot in little bits of time here and there. So app number one, some people will disagree, some people will agree with me, is Duolingo. Now, as much as people say it's not that great of an app, I like it. I really like the new updates that they have. I've now been using it. I used it previously and I've been using it for like 500 and something days now for learning Italian, and I really love it. I find it super helpful to just get in a little bit of studying every day. I don't have to do too much, I can just do at least one lesson and I feel like I've at least achieved something. The reason why I feel like it has to be mentioned is because it's a free app. Most other apps you can get like a small chunk free or like for a free trial, but are not like continually free. So it feels silly and not really fair to not include it, because if you don't have the money, which you know quite a lot of people that learn languages don't, or their students, they can't afford to pay. I think one of the ones that I'm going to discuss is like £70 a year, so that's quite a bit of money if you don't have it lying around. So I feel like Duolingo has to be mentioned. The new update, if you haven't used it since the new update, it's definitely worth it. I think it is much better since that. So if you've not given it a go in like the last 6 months, I definitely would recommend trying it again. But yeah, I find it super helpful and structured, and the stories are really good. I find that it like motivates me to make sure I study at least once a day. So I've been using that specifically for Italian, but I think I am going to start using it for other languages that I am starting to learn. So yeah, Duolingo is definitely up there for me just because of how easy and accessible it is. So definitely recommend giving it a go if you haven't done recently. So an app that I'd never used before that I started using last year is called Lingo Legends. It's on here. So it's, what I really like about this is it feels like a game and it makes it much more fun. So you've got like an adventure story and training, which I think makes it easy to go through different parts. But yeah, I really enjoy this app. I only found out about it last year. I think I'd seen a video from another YouTuber who did a video on Lingo Legends and it looked really cool, and it made me want to download it, and I downloaded it. So there is a premium version to get. The moment I don't have that, I don't use the app all the time, but I find that when I do use it, I can sit down and like spend 30-40 minutes on it. So I find the difference between Lingo Legends and Duolingo is Duolingo I'll do it every day for 5-10 minutes, maybe 15 max, but you probably won't see me on Duolingo for more than like 15 minutes. Lingo Legends, might only use it like a few days a week, but I could be on there for ages. So it depends kind of how you want to do it. I find that I want to try and get little bits in, so that's why I prefer Duolingo. But if you want like a game or like a story, Lingo Legends is great. So I highly recommend Lingo Legends. Another app that I've not used in a while but really like is Lingodeer. So Lingodeer is fairly similar to Duolingo in how it's set out. I do think it is probably better in the way it is set out and how you learn, but overall I don't think there's that much difference. I paid for Lingodeer. I can't remember now how much I paid for it because I paid for it like a couple of years ago, so I can't remember how much I paid, but it is like a one-time only fee, so you don't have to pay it again, which is good compared to like a monthly subscription, but it depends because it's quite like a chunk. So it can be difficult to make the decision. So and I'm not sure it's worth it compared to Duolingo. I do think there is more on it than Duolingo, so there is that, but it does have a very similar structure. But I guess it depends like how you want to learn. But I have not used it for a while, so it depends how you want to learn. But I do like it. I do use it from time to time. I keep going back to it, but I do use Duolingo more often. That's probably my most used language app. So it probably wasn't worth it for me to get it. It is a decent app. I definitely recommend getting it if you want like an additional app on top, or you like Duolingo style but you want like a little bit extra from it. And the final app, so this is one that I only found out about a couple of weeks ago. I don't think it's new. I think people have probably been using it for ages and I've just only happened to come across it, is Drops. So I am using it currently for Japanese. I've recently started Japanese. I haven't got very far, so I am pretty much a beginner. But so far I'm finding it really good. I like the style that they use, so let me get it up. I like how you like listen and you drag it to the different one it is. So I'm really enjoying that, and like how it's set out. The other thing I really enjoy about Drops is like I said, with language learning, I don't always have a lot of time to learn. It could be like a 5 minute here, 5 minute there. I find that Drops, because it will ask you how long you want your session to be, so I said 5 minutes, so that's the minimum, and sometimes that's all I have for certain times of the day, so I said right, 5 minutes. And you can also set a time to be reminded. So what I've done is I've decided to be reminded at like 7 o'clock, which is just before I get up in the morning. So I'm normally awake, I'm normally like literally just scrolling through my phone. So as part of that, I'm gonna have like 5 minutes where it will remind me and ask me to do the 5 minute session. So at least I know I'm gonna get that in every day, because I know sometimes I won't get anything else in. So I found that really, really great and really, really helpful. So I've only been using this for a couple of weeks. I've not been using it for very long, so I'll probably update you in the next couple of months with how I'm finding it. But as of now, they're the 4 apps that I'm probably going to mainly be using in 2023. I might come across some more, you never know. Depends what there is out there, but if you have any other good language apps that you use regularly, I'd love to know, because I could do with some more recommendations and switch some out potentially. But yeah, if you have any ideas or any recommendations, I'd love to know. And thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!